What's up, guys? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name's Caroline, and on here we talk about books, we talk about life, and we have a lot of fun. And today we are diving into my March TBR. We're going to be picking out my March TBR in kind of a unique way-ish. I kind of compiled a bunch of the different traditional TBR style videos where they either pick from the TBR jar like Rachel Catherine does, or they use a picker wheel or whatever. And I'm going to combine a couple. That's normally how I pick my TBR. I traditionally don't pick a TBR for the month because I feel like it stresses me out because I want to read what I want to read. But I do like picking it because I just think it's fun. And I think these videos are fun to watch and fun to put together. So that's what we're going to be doing today. How I pick my TBR is I have my TBR mug. It just has like a bunch of prompts that I've picked out or thought of. And then I like to pick out 2 or 3 books that go with that prompt and put it into like an automated picker wheel and have the wheel pick one for me. And then it's like completely randomized. Like I have really no control except over the 2 or 3 books I put into the wheel. So that's kind of the gist. I hope y'all are having a good week. I hope y'all had a great February. My February wrap up is going to be coming out after this, so make sure you check that out. I'm going to be doing like an entire month wrap up of life, reading, and everything else. So I filmed a little bit each day of me reading, of me book shopping, of me doing hauls, of me going to work, things like that. And it's all going to be in one video, and I'm really, really excited. I think it's going to be a really cool format, and I had a lot of fun making that video. So make sure you check that out, and we're just going to get started. Okay, I think I'm going to pick March is a longer month. I normally read a lot in March, but I did just start a new job and I am going to start a new semester of school in March. So it may be a little busy. I think I'm going to pick 8 to 9 books. This month I'm going to finish 5 or 6. January I finished 10. So I'm going to hit right in the middle. I'm really going to aim for 8 or 9. I have a lot of ARCs that are out right now that I need to read that are sent to me, so I'm hoping the prompts will let me choose a couple of those. I won't have the physical copies. They have been sent to me on my Kindle, but I'll put pictures up so that you know, and I'll let you know when the publication date is as well. So, also, I need to pick out 2 books from my 25 and 25 because for February, Micah picked my February TBR, and we only picked 1 book for my 25 and 25, and with 12 months in the year, I need to read 2 a month. And so we definitely need to prioritize the 25 and 25. So that is going to be on the cart next to me. And then I'm just going to be walking around my reading room. I don't really have a TBR cart. My library is my TBR. Everything in my library I want to read. So I don't have a designated bookshelf. I'll just kind of be showing you the ones I pick. And then, yeah, we're going to have 8 books by the end. So yeah, let's get started. First prompt. Let's see. An alternate or exclusive edition. My short fingernails. Okay, an alternate or special edition. So I'm going to consider UK editions because I live in the US, or any other like foreign editions. And then I have a special edition bookshelf. And actually, I just had a really good idea. I already know what, well, I'm going to pick 2 and we're going to put them in the spinner wheel. And then I will let you know. So let me go grab them real quick. Okay, so I have 2 that I picked out, and we're going to put them in the spinner wheel, and I will have a video inserted for you. But the first one I picked was Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. This one came out this last month. I got the one with the sprayed edges, so it's a special edition or alternate edition. If you know me, I am like the biggest fan of Ali Hazelwood, so duh. And then the next one I picked up is on my 25 and 25, and that is King of Greed. This one is the ARC edition. I got this one from a local bookstore. They had it sent to them and they gave it to me. So I have that cover and I have the original cover, but we'll read the ARC cover for this challenge. Okay, so we have King of Greed and Deep End. Let's spin and see. Okay, so like y'all saw in that clip, we picked King of Greed. So that's going to be at number 1 on the March TBR. I don't know where I should put these. We'll just put them down here. Okay, that's book number 1. Let's see what the next prompt is. Ooh, takes place in the early 2000s. So this one is going to be a little bit more difficult. Let me go look around and see what I can find. Okay, I literally could not find more than one, so we're just gonna go with the one I found. It's on my 25 and 25, and that is A Stolen Life by J.C. Dugard. This one is a nonfiction memoir, and she was abducted in 91, and then she came back in 09, I believe. Yes, 09. So it's going to take place over the late 90s, early 2000s. So we're going to go with that one. It's going to be our second book. I'm really excited about that one. It's going to be really sad, but I think I'm going to feel really inspired by her story and really moved by her story. And I think it's really important to hear people's stories and hear how they have transformed their viewpoint and move forward, especially with one that's that traumatic. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Okay, number 3. This one's a long one. Choose a random letter and pick a title that starts with that letter. Okay, so I'm gonna have to get a random letter generator. Okay, let's see. Oh, no way. No. We're gonna remove that choice and we're gonna spin again because there's no way I have anything with a Z. Okay. D. Hold on. I have the perfect one. But we're still gonna pick 2 because I have more than one that I want to read with that letter. But we just talked about Deep End by Ali Hazelwood. So that'll be 1. Obviously. Like, come on. I feel like I'm having FOMO with this book. Like I need to read it because everyone else is reading it and I feel like I'm missing out. So we'll do this one. And then I'm going to go grab a couple more and I'll be right back. Don't have as many as I thought, so we're gonna do Daydream by Hannah Grace, and this is the 3rd book in the Maple Hill series, and then we're gonna do Deep End by Ali Hazelwood, and we will see which one wins. Okay, let's see. Wow. It really does not want us to read Deep End. Okay. Daydream by Hannah Grace. I'm excited about this one. This one I've heard is like one of her less spicy ones. It's about more two like more reserved characters, and I think that'll be really interesting from her. I cannot talk. Really interesting to see from her. It's has a lot of book involvement and academic involvement and just those kind of subplots. So I think it'll be really cute. I've heard Henry is adorable. So, and I loved him in the other two books. So I think I'm really going to enjoy this one. And they're always just really fast and easy to read. She's really talented. Really, really talented. Okay, that's book number 3. We have 5 more to go. I'm really hoping I can get an ARC on here because I need to read a couple. It just started pouring rain, so I'm just watching out my window. It's so nice. Oh, this is a good one. Thriller Impulse Buy. Okay, I am an impulse buyer, so we should have a lot of options. Let me think. What did I buy that I didn't know about before? I'm gonna have to think on this one. Give me 1 second. Okay, I've picked out 3. The first one is The Intern by Michelle Campbell. I picked up her first book like so long ago, or I guess it's not her first book. I picked up my first book from her, The Wife Who Knew Too Much. I think that's what it's called. So I first read that one. That was one of the first books I ever read, like one of my first thrillers, and I really enjoyed it. So I've picked this one up. I think this is actually one of her newer ones, and it's obviously going to be about an intern. Yeah, 2023. So we'll see that one. And then this one I picked up because I love the cover and like the whole idea of it. I don't know if any of y'all have read A Serial Killer's Guide to San Fran. A Tour to Kill For is the one that's coming out this year by Michelle Chouinard. But it's like a cozy mystery where the main character, her relative, was a serial killer, and she now makes money, her living, off of taking people around on like a tour of San Francisco to learn all of the lore behind the serial killers in San Francisco. Really cozy, cute read. I read that one last year. This one reminded me a lot of that. It just sounds super lighthearted, fun. What antique would you kill for is the blurb. In this irresistible and thrilling debut novel, a former antique hunter investigates a suspicious death at an isolated English manor, embroiling her back in the dangerous world of tracking stolen artifacts. So I don't know if it's actually going to be like a thriller, but it'll at least be a mystery. And there is another one coming out this year too. It's a blue cover. And then the last one I picked up is The Last Thing to Burn by Will Dean. It's just a really short one. I've been wanting to try Will Dean out, and this was one that I don't know anything about. I picked it up because it's from this author. So those 3 I'm going to put on the wheel, and we'll see which one it picks. Let's see. Ooh. Okay. Okay, it picked Will Dean's The Last Thing to Burn. I'm really excited about this one. The blurb says, he is her husband, she is his captive. That is creepy. Literally so creepy. And it's only 238 pages, so count me in. Okay, number 4. We're halfway through. Oh, I got 2. Let's see. Oh my god, it's such a vibe. It's just getting darker outside and more rainy, and I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. That's so exciting. Okay, this one is a New York Times bestseller. Pretty much every book. So I'm just going to pick out 3 that I really want to read and see if they're New York Times bestsellers. I will be back. I found a lot for this. I found 4. So we're just gonna do it. We're gonna put it into the wheel and see what it chooses. That's what I like about using the wheel, because I can't make a decision for the life of me. So if you pick from a jar and you're like, I still can't pick, maybe choose this way. It has helped me a lot. The first one I'm going to put in is Not a Happy Family by Sherry Lapina. I love Sherry Lapina. I know she's like kind of a controversial author. I hear very mixed reviews about her, and I find her writing very fast paced and enthralling. I literally can pick up her books and finish them in one sitting. And I mean, I guess they may not be the most like well written books, but they're super thrilling to me. The first one I started with was The End of Her, and I would still recommend that one to this day. And I read it 4 years ago, probably. And I still think about the ending of that book. And then I finished, I believe, A Stranger in the House this past year. So good. I ate it up. Now, I'm sure there is going to be one that I don't love from her, but this one's super short. It's one of her newer ones. And one of my goals this year is to read more authors that I already know I love. So read more backlist and not find as many new authors, since I already have so many that I love that I need to read from. So that's the goal, and this would accomplish that. So that'll be number one. Then I picked up The Last Flight by Julie Clark. Haven't picked up anything by this author. I think this one will be super creepy to read right now because of all of the stuff going on with airplanes, right? Like, and flying right now. I know, I guess, no, it is internationally, but in the US, we are having a lot of airplane issues, and I know other countries are too. Not sure what's going on with that. Really scary to think about flying right now. And I think this one would just give me the heebie jeebies, which I'm always down for. And then I picked up The Children on the Hill by Jennifer McMahon. This one I've been wanting to read forever. I just cannot read more than one creepy kid thriller in a month, or any kind of thriller or horror that involves kids is really heavy for me, so I can't read more than one a month. So this is why this one's been pushed back a little bit, but I've been really wanting to pick this one up, and I had no idea it was a New York Times bestseller. So I'm really hoping we get that one. And then I picked up Invisible Girl by Lisa Jewell. I don't think this one actually is a New York Times bestseller. Lisa Jewell just is a New York Times bestselling author. So I feel like that's fair, and that'll help me get through her backlist because I'm quite behind on her backlist. And I love her writing. And this one I almost picked up yesterday, and I read the back and I was like, this sounds so good. And then I realized I already owned it. So I feel like that should be perfect because I just yesterday was like, I want to read that. So let me put it into my spinner wheel and we're going to see. Yes, it finally did what I wanted. I am so excited to pick this one up. I've heard it's so creepy. I've heard several UK TikTokers talk about this book, and I cannot wait. It's a psychological thriller. It takes place on two separate timelines, and I just know it's going to terrify me, and I'm down for it because I like creepy kid thrillers. I find them really fascinating. I think it's because I don't have kids, so I don't really like worry about that kind of stuff. I'm not even going to put the books back up. We're just going to move on to book number 6. If we don't have an ARC after this one, I'm just going to let y'all know the 2 ARCs I'm going to pick to read, because I think I have 6 I have been sent that I need to read right now, and there's 6 that I'm really excited for. So I'll probably just end up picking 2 of those and let you know which ones I'm going to read to make my 8. But the next prompt, ooh, a blue cover. Blue cover. Okay, A Whisper of the Lake it has a blue cover. And I think so does Ashley Winstead's book. So I have Whispers of the Lake, which is Shanora Williams' new book, which, y'all, when I got sent that book, I almost cried. Like, Shanora Williams, if you're watching this or if you're friends with her, please let her know that she changed my life, and that her sending me her ARC made my entire year. Like, okay, if you've read my other, if you've watched my other videos, you know 3 of my favorite authors are Harlan Coben, Shanora Williams, and Ella Berman. Those are 3 of my favorite authors. I have gotten sent each of their ARCs this year for their new books. That's Whispers of the Lake, Nobody's Fool, and LA Woman. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I finished Nobody's Fool last night, so I'm gonna have my review go up for that one. But I literally almost cried this week. I got sent Shanora Williams' book and Ella Berman's book in the same week. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Let me look up which colors those are, and then I think we're gonna pick either. I'm blanking on Ashley Winstead's book's name, but her new book and then Shanora Williams' new book, Whispers of the Lake. Okay. Whispers of the Lake does have a blue cover, so we're definitely going to be reading that one. I'll put the cover right here. It's not coming out for a while. The release date's pretty far away, so I will put the release date up here as well, but y'all already know I'm going to love it. You already know I'm going to love it. So that's going to be number 6. We need 2 more. We have 1 ARC, 3 thrillers, 2 romances, and a memoir. That's pretty good. I'd love to get like a dark academia on there, because I have The Four by, what's the author's name? Ellie Keel, and then Society of Lies by Lauren Lane Brown, and I wanted to read both of those really bad, so hopefully. Ooh, a pink cover. Okay. I have so many options for this. This is going to be so difficult. So let me go pick out 3. Also, LA Woman has a lot of pink on it, but it's like a pop color cover, and it has a lot of colors on the cover. So I feel like that would be better for like maybe a rainbow cover. Let me see what I have. Okay. I have 3 that I'm pretty excited about. The first one, it's not all pink, but it has a lot of pink on it, and the spine is pink, and that's Night Watching by Tracy Sierra. This is the UK cover, so if you're like, why have I never seen that cover? This is the UK cover. You can get it off of Blackwell's, but I'm so excited about this one. I really don't know what it's all about because I don't read the synopses of thrillers very often, but I know it's about somebody in the house. Somebody in the house, and I've heard it's really creepy, and I want to read it when I'm home alone. Because, like, why not? And then I picked up The Infinity Between Us by N.S. Perkins. I've been wanting to read this forever, and I just found it at my half price, so I'm really hoping we pick that one. And then a sapphic romance called Late Bloomer by Maisie Eddings. I feel like this would be a good one to mix in this month. I have a couple romances, but none sapphic, and this would be my first sapphic romance, so that'd be really exciting. So let's see. Okay. Let's see. Night Watching. Okay, another thriller. But the good thing about this is another one on my 25 and 25. So if I can get 3 read this year, I'm going to be ahead. And then we don't have to pick any off of the 25 and 25. Also, the 25 and 25 are my most anticipated reads. So that's really exciting that I'm going to get to read 3 this month. Why wouldn't I want to? That leaves us with 7. No, that leaves us with 6. We're on 7. No, we do have 7 because we have an ARC. Okay, so that was number 7. I think I said 6 before, but I'm just not good at counting in math. Stay in school, kids. Stay in school. Oh, a house on the cover. Hold on. We literally just had one that I picked out that had a house on the cover. Not a Happy Family, so we'll do that one again because I've already wanted to read that one. I'd like to get another romance. I wonder, do any romances have houses on the cover? Let me see. So I couldn't find any romances with houses on them. So we're just gonna keep rolling with thrillers. I mean, I know I'll read them. I never end up picking up my romances anyway. I always want to pick up a thriller. So the other two I picked was The Stranger in Her House. It doesn't have the outside of a house, but it has house in the title and like the inside of the house, obviously. And I've been wanting to pick this one up. This is one of John Marr's like legit thrillers, not one of his near future thrillers. And I like his writing a lot. And then I picked this one up last night. It's A Look Closer by David Ellis. This isn't a house, it's like an apartment building, but that's a house. So we're going to go with those three. Those are three that I really want to read. So yeah, we're just going to go with that. Hopefully, y'all agree with me. This has been so fun so far. I love doing it this way. That's a good one. That's such a good one. This one has such good reviews. I got on to add it to my like want to read on Goodreads, and it has like a 4.2 stars, and it's been out for a while. So I'm pumped to read it. Yeah, 2022. I'm so excited. That's number 8. And then I think I'm gonna try and get. No, we're gonna do another ARC. I really need to read Ashley Winstead's book before the 25th of March so I can get my ARC review posted. So we're gonna add that one too. I'll put the cover right here. I'm literally blanking on the name. I do this every time I think of this book. I'm like, I can't remember the name. I want to think of her other book, In My Dreams I Hold a Knife, and that's not it. Let's do a little rapid fire of everything we're gonna read in March. The first one I picked was King of Greed. This is an ARC edition. It's a special edition. That was our first prompt. Second prompt was set in the early 2000s. That's going to be A Stolen Life by J.C. Dugard. This one is a nonfiction memoir. Please check trigger warnings if you choose to read this book. It is really sad and really heavy, and it's really traumatic. Daydream by Hannah Grace was next. This was a title that started with the letter D. The Last Thing to Burn was after that. This one, what was the prompt we did for this one? Oh, yeah, The Last Thing to Burn by Will Dean was an impulse buy. That was the prompt that one fulfilled. Then we picked up The Children on the Hill by Jennifer McMahon. This one was for a New York Times bestseller. Literally probably the most favorite one, or the one I'm most excited for this month. I cannot wait to read this one. And then we picked up The Whispers of the Lake by Shanora Williams. That's going to be an ARC that I read. I'll put it up here again. We then picked up Night Watching by Tracy Sierra. This one was a pink cover. Shanora Williams' book was a blue cover. And then we did A Look Closer for A House on the Cover by David Ellis. I think that's all I have for y'all. That wraps up my March TBR. We're going to try and get through 9 books this month, maybe 10. We'll see how successful and how busy my life is this month with school and everything. I hope y'all are having a really, really great month, a really great week. I hope y'all had a great February, and I hope you have a great March. I can't wait to see y'all in the next video, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.